Another big story that we're covering here, of course, is politics. The debate last night, wow, you could see it in their body language. You could hear it in their voices. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama getting mad and getting personal at last night's Democratic debate, with John Edwards desperately trying to get his voice heard.
There's a set of assertions made by Senator Clinton as well as her husband that are not factually accurate.
It is sometimes difficult to understand what Senator Obama has said, because as soon as he is confronted on it, he says that's not what he meant. You talked about Ronald Reagan being a transformative political leader. I did not mention his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes. We've got to have consistency in how we vote. You can't say one thing during the campaign trail and then apologize afterward and say it was a mistake.
Well, Senator Obama, it is very difficult having a straight-up debate with you because you never take responsibility for any vote, and that has been a pattern.
Are there 3 people in this debate, not 2? This kind of squabbling, how many children is this going to get health care? How many people are going to get an education from this? This is not about us personally. It is about what we are trying to do for this country.
Wow. And there's a lot going on the Republican side as well. Joining me now for a look at both races is Chuck Todd, political director for NBC News. Chuck, wow, that was something to watch. The Democratic debate.
Fun to watch, I have to admit.
Yeah. Some of the anger we saw from Barack Obama last night, what do you make of it? A sign of frustration? A sign of him engaging when he shouldn't be? Or did he make a point when he essentially said he's running against 2 candidates? That would be Hillary and Bill Clinton.
I think there were a bunch of things going on. Look, I think clearly Bill Clinton has gotten under Obama's skin, and he let that show a little bit. He had a lot of things he wanted to get off his chest. And he did, and I think one of the things they wanted to accomplish was to establish this idea that it's 1 on 2, that he is running against 2 people, not 1 person, and in that sense he may have accomplished that. And you look today, for instance, and who's in South Carolina campaigning against Obama today? It's Bill Clinton, not Hillary Clinton. She's going off to California, Arizona, and New Jersey over the next couple of days. But he also spent the night on the defensive, mostly thanks to John Edwards, who really threw him off his heels when Obama was struggling to explain these present votes, which frankly, if you're not from the state of Illinois, it is impossible to understand at face value, and it just doesn't pass the smell test. And he had to sit there, and he got caught in debate traps all during that first half of that debate, having to respond to charges, and he would respond to them. He wouldn't deflect. Hillary Clinton's very good at deflecting a charge and immediately counterpunching. Obama didn't do that. Now, the second half of the debate, he got very strong as the sort of everything toned down a little bit. I mean, he performs better when things are a little more civil. When things get heated up, neither Clinton or Obama look very good, but particularly Obama. Well,
let me ask you this. I had a different take. I actually thought we saw more dimension with Barack Obama last night. I also thought he was pretty real and funny, especially when asked about Bill Clinton and whether or not Bill Clinton was the first black president. Right. You don't think that carried off? Am I wrong?
No. And I think that answer, if you recall, that's in the second part of the debate. I mean, I really think in that second part of the debate, he was incredibly strong on religion. He counterpunched her on national security when she played the McCain experience card, and he made sure to carve out time to say, you know what, I want to challenge her premise on that. And then the answer on Bill Clinton, I mean, it was all very effective. It was Obama at his best in the second half, of course, though all of the attention was in those counter punches at the beginning of the debate.
And quickly on the Republican side, I'm interested in this word that Mike Huckabee suggesting he could pull out of Florida and focus on Super Tuesday states if his prospects down in Florida look dim. What's your sense about what's going on about Huckabee's chances? And also what's going on with Giuliani in Florida? Well,
it's interesting. It's clear that, I mean, our campaign reporter sent word yesterday that Huckabee's campaign wasn't going to provide press transportation anymore, press logistics, and boy, that was a quick sign of, okay, they've got some money troubles. They're trying to figure out where can they find a place to win again. Clearly, they don't think it's Florida. They're looking, he spent the day in Georgia. Georgia and Alabama are 2 places. Maybe he could find some victories there on February 5th. It looks like that's where Huckabee's campaign is thinking. They've got to find a place to win some delegates. Florida looking tougher with both Giuliani, McCain, and Romney sort of making all kind of last stands there. I mean, you've got to the point now, obviously, Giuliani really on the ropes. I mean, he's now down. There's a third New York poll out today that shows him either even or behind John McCain. So a loss in Florida probably ends his candidacy. So he's got a lot of thing that he's working on. McCain realizes he is one step away from being the front runner. He wins Florida, and this thing is suddenly everybody starts rallying. And then Romney knows if he can win Florida, it becomes a two-person dogfight on February 5th with McCain. So those three fighting it out so much, I think Huckabee suddenly realizes maybe there's not a lot of room for him in Florida, and he ought to go find a way to get delegates on February 5th.
Well, you'd think there'd be nothing more excited than the Democrats in South Carolina this Saturday night, but then you think about the Republicans in Florida. This is crazy, and it's also incredibly exciting to cover. Chuck Todd, NBC News political director, thank you very much.
You got me.
And for all the latest news and analysis, go to our website at firstread.msnbc.com. You can also sign up for political updates on your cell phone. Just text the word FIRST to the numbers that you see right there on your screen.